The days have come, and once again you have an exam or an important deadline to meet. You start feeling funny, anxious or depressed. You are irritable and angry. You cannot sleep at night, and you observe that you don't eat the same amounts of food. At the same time, you start worrying about your future. What is going to happen? What if I fail? What will my life be? If that is something that is happening to you, you are suffering from exam stress. Knowing what you are suffering from is the most basic step, but a really important one, as you cannot chase anything if you haven't set a goal in what requires change. When we become anxious over an event, this means two things. Firstly, the event in itself is anxiety-inducing. There are some things that no matter what work you have done with yourself will always be challenging to remain completely cool and unfazed. For example, a first date is of course an event in which you are going to feel a little bit of pressure, especially if you care about the person who is accompanying you. A job interview is the same.
Stress is not a part of you. You get stressful because you do not know how to handle your mind. Now you're a student. Being a student is stressful. If you don't find employment when you come out of the college, that is stressful. If you get a job, even more stressful. If you don't get married, that is very stressful. If you get married, I don't want to say anything It is not your job or your life situations which are stressful. No attention has been paid as to how to handle this mind, how to handle this emotion, how to handle this body, how to handle these energies.
The second reason why we become anxious and nervous before an event is because we doubt whether we can complete the task that is in front of us. So, no matter what you tell yourself, lack of confidence plays a large role in that situation. Most people who feel high levels of anxiety when an exam is coming have previous negative experiences with exams and do not believe that they are well prepared or doubt their ability to pass the exam. If an event which you believe you cannot manage to complete is coming, it is common sense that you will feel anxious about it. Students with high levels of self-efficacy, which means the belief that you can cope with everything that may come your way, report low levels of anxiety before an exam. Another reason that may fill you with nervousness is of course what failing means to you. For some people, failing equals a great economic hit, or for others may subconsciously signify that they are not meant to study what they are studying, which is once again a hit to their confidence. No matter what the reason for your exam anxiety may be, there are some things you can do to learn to control it and achieve better results. There are three really basic things you should be doing before continuing with your efforts to battle the beast of anxiety. Stay with me because we are going to end the video with real, practical solutions. First and foremost, you need to be kind to yourself. No, failing a test doesn't mean you are incompetent, and it doesn't mean that you are not meant to follow the career path that you chose. Your thoughts define the psychological outcome of everything. You need to realize that beating yourself down offers a justification for the event, which is important for any human being. But that justification that you are just not good enough becomes your reality and destroys any chance of ever bouncing back. Being kind to yourself is the first step. Secondly, if you are feeling under pressure, please talk about it. Don't try to hide it. If you talk about the anxiety levels and the insomnia and the change in your sleeping patterns and all those things that you are experiencing, I can guarantee you that other people will relate to your problems. When having a problem, having someone to discuss similar experiences is found to dramatically lower the power of the symptoms you may feel. Also, hiding an emotion and pretending that it does not exist just makes it even bigger and gives it strength that it didn't need to have. The third basic step, and one of the biggest stem fields of anxiety, especially among people who belong to Gen Z, is to stop comparing yourself to others. Every single one of us is special and we have a unique path in life. Every single one of us is better at some things or more able to do something quicker. It doesn't matter at all that your colleagues may be getting better grades. It doesn't matter that an old classmate of yours has already graduated. Your life path is unique and that's why it is beautiful. Please, for your own health and sanity, start focusing only on yourself and avoid thinking about what other people did in the same scenario. You are you and that's why you are interesting. Those were the 3 basic steps of improving. Now let's move to more practical techniques.
This is how I manage stress and anxiety in school and in life. Step 1 is to understand we have a choice of how to respond to anxiety. Anxiety is our brain's way of protecting us from danger, but it doesn't always know what's actually harmful. So no matter how tough it gets, no matter how much you want to rip out your hair and burn your books, remember that you have a choice of how you want to respond to that stress. Step 2 is to choose gratitude. Be grateful for the work that you've done, how far you've come, and the progress you've made. Be grateful that you're even thinking proactively about your anxiety in the first place and looking for solutions. This allows us to reflect on the facts that we aren't screwed like our anxiety wants us to.
Anxiety brings chaos and chaos brings anxiety. If exam stress is bothering you, you should 100% consider organizing what you need to study. On the first day of studying, open your book and see what you need to study. If that is 500 pages, you need to divide it into your remaining days. Let's say the exam is in 2 weeks or 14 days, which means that you have 14 days to study 500 pages. With quick maths, for which I didn't use a calculator, that means you only need to study 35 pages each day. That's doable and eliminates stress. After managing to read those pages, reward yourself for your effort. It could be something small, such as eating a piece of cake, or something bigger, such as going out with your friends. It doesn't matter as long as you are putting in the work. After completing the exams, if you have studied, no matter the results, give yourself a well-needed break and work on areas of your life outside the exams. A differentiation between your everyday life and your exam life is important. Exam results do not define you, but most certainly, if you follow from this day on what we discussed, you will be able to define exam results. No matter what the result may be, do not panic or fall into a depressive episode. You need to keep calm and reassess your options. In each step of our lives, there are many, and that is guaranteed. Good luck.
Misery is the default human condition in the absence of sustaining meaning, just like hunger is the default condition in the absence of food. One of the things that's very much worth knowing is that a lot of positive emotion is dependent technically on your personal observation that you're moving towards a valued goal. See, not that you've attained the goal. So imagine that you're in your hopeless situation and decide, well, I'm going to work on the relationship front. So now you develop a vision of what a relationship might be like, and then you differentiate that so you can make incremental steps forward, and the incremental steps are small enough so that you actually take them. As soon as you start to take them, and you observe yourself moving forward in relationship to that goal, then first of all, you'll be stabilized on the anxiety front because now you have a purpose that's finite and defined. And second, you have positive emotion because you experience positive emotion in relationship to observing yourself move towards a valued goal.